XC riding and racing is no easy feat, climbing up these death-defying climbs, hurling back down on bikes made for not really hurling back down on. It's terrifying, but at the same time, it's really good fun and I blooming love it. So here in this video, I'm gonna give you some of my top 5 essential XC skills to help get you around the track or the trail loop or wherever you're riding much better and quicker. Let's kick things off with climbing then. There's a few essential areas here to even think about within this one. So you've got cadence, line choice, keeping your momentum, so pacing yourself, and also fitness. Fitness plays a huge part when it does come to climbing, of course.
Try to keep a good, steady cadence up the entirety of the climb, making sure you keep an eye on your speed and other metrics such as heart rate, so that you don't go too hard, too quick. Make sure your head's up looking where you're going so you can change lines quickly if needed. And then, when it comes to fitness, a little training can go a long way to making those climbs a lot more bearable.
Descending on an XC bike then can be just as tiring as ascending. Maybe not in a physical sense, but in a mental capacity. Focusing going down on a cross-country bike, especially if you're a solid seat post user like myself here, can be really taxing on the brain. There's a lot of things that you've got to look out for. So you've got, first up, things like line choice, where you're going to go, where you're going to put the bike. After that, you've got your body position. Now, it's not just a case of holding on and hope, although it does feel like that sometimes. There's definitely some tricks to descending.
And those tricks are being vigilant. You can't get away with things on an XC bike like you could say on an Enduro bike. So pick your line wisely, look for smooth lines that could save hands, arms and legs, but also the bike. You're not going to be able to plow your way through sections like other bikes. So going full ham into a section can be a fast track way to a puncture, damaging your bike or worse, crashing.
Let's talk energy management then. Because whether you're smashing an XC race, or you're out just on a big old ride, looking after your body, I think, is an essential skill. Now, that could be food and water, what you take with you, and planning and when you drink and eat, just to make sure you keep going. Or it could be pacing yourself and knowing your limits. So what I mean is not going at it like a bull in a china shop, full tilt and then bonking later on the ride. And knowing your limits is, well, just knowing that when you are getting towards the red or when your body does start to feel tired, it's probably time to rein it in or get on that food and water, like I said.
I can't stress enough how important nutrition and hydration are here. Try your hardest to keep on top of them. If the body's telling you it's hungry or thirsty, it's for good reason and well worth listening. When I say know your limits, well, that's what I mean. There's no point chasing someone up a hill who's clearly a little bit quicker than you, only to fail and keel over in a sweaty mess. Know how hard you can push it and for how long. It's another great example of listening to your body when it's tired and reining it in a bit.
Try to be smooth when you're out riding at XC. And I don't mean on the bike this time, I actually mean with yourself, if you like. Try to use your energy as smartly as you can, so no sudden bursts, good, easy, nice, clever gear choices. So if you're coming up to a climb, try to get in the right gear at the base of it so that you're not graunching through those gears, trying to power your way up. And the same, if you're on corners, this can link into my carrying speed point, but if you're linking up turns and things like this, don't be really hard on the brakes and then have to get on the gas, because that's going to burn a lot of energy. Try and be nice and smooth on your braking, and that way you'll carry that speed, which we'll get onto. Also, linking on from carrying your speed, try to be good on the brakes, nice and smooth, not too on-off, stoppy, starty. What that does is if you're constantly heavily slowing down and then heavily having to accelerate, again, you're expelling a lot of energy to get yourself back up to pace, and it can be really exhausting, especially the longer the ride goes on.
Use your skill set to your advantage to give you all the gains you can get your hands on. This is especially important if you're a racer. Doing all you can to make things easier for yourself is a must, and if it gives you more speed, well then that's even better.
What about carrying speed and using the trail to your advantage? To me, I think those are some essential skills all round, but even more useful when it comes to XC, and it's because it can make your life easier. So if you use that trail to your advantage, so say if you've got a particularly good skill set, and I'm not talking about Liam Neeson here, then you can pump and jump and actually use less energy. The same if you're particularly good at descending, or you're a very powerful rider, then you might want to use that to your advantage for attacking on uphill or being able to get up those steep climbs or descending as quick as you can to maybe gap someone if you are racing. There you have it then, my top 5 essential XC skills. Things that I think will make your life a lot easier next time you are out there crunching those miles. I hope they've helped you. Do you know what? Let me know in the comments below what kind of other essential cross-country skills do you think there are? And maybe I'll throw them in the next video if you're lucky. But that's it from me. Don't forget, give the old subscribe button a smash. Why not this time? Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm going for a spin. Happy riding, and I'll see you later.